I was in Daniel, I would have done the same thing. I want to stay alive.
Yeah, sure.
I have 2 kids at home. My wife is going through a health crisis, and you please, please.
Would you hire?
I don't have any other choice.
I would swing Erica's way.
Oh my God!
No, we're talking about someone who you respect and love, but his history. I'm still present, and I have a future. So probably you just want to take what is real or what is still alive as opposed to what is not.
Hello POV Titans, you're welcome to another phenomenal time with us. And yes, we're going to be reviewing another beautiful movie that has been talked about this year. And yes, big shout out to our headline sponsor, Uto Spices. This has different varieties of flavor for your jollof rice, for your pepper soup, for your ogbono, name it. Come grab yours, and it's the season. You need this for your meal, right? For your family and friends. You can also give it to your family or to your friends, whoever you want to gift it to. Anyway, why not let us go on a very short break? My name is Omla Adebayo. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and today's conversation will be centered around the movie The Herd. The movie is directed by Daniel Etim Effiong, executive produced by Efe Ejukolem, Escape, and Chukudi Ulogo. The Herd is cinema nationwide on October 17th, 2025. A wedding day that starts with joy, spirals into chaos, survival, and shocking revelation. It's intense, emotional, and absolutely conversational worthy. With stellar cast Linda Ejiofor, Suleiman, Genova Ume, Kunle Remi, Mercy Aigbe, Nobet Hyun, Tinamba, DME Okonlawon, Lateef Adedimeji, Patrick Doyle, Emeka Nwogorocha, Jai Kuti, Abba Alizaki, and many more. So we will be having a discussion. With me is 2 gorgeous and awesome, handsome, phenomenal, seated right here pretty well in the studio. These people are phenomenal, trust me. They are the juice to everything we are going to be talking about today, and trust me, whatever you get from them is premium. I have with me a gorgeous lady who is joining us for the first time. Drum rolls. All right, make welcome Erica. How are you doing this morning?
I'm okay, thank you for having me.
Glad having you too. Pleasure having you.
Thank you, AY. Thank you, Omolara, for having
me. Pleasure having you.
We're going to have a good time today.
Definitely.
Because of the movie.
Yeah, The Herd movie. How are you doing today, Hawaii?
I'm good. Yes, The Herd. We're going to talk about it. It's been buzzing everywhere, So, and shout out to Daniel. This is his directorial debut. He has never been a director before, so we're coming up with this kind of weighty movie and directing this kind of much talked about movie. It's a good one. So I'm ready to talk about it.
Definitely. So I think we'd like to dive into the storyline first. Every movie starts with a storyline right before the technical aspect. Erica, what would you say intrigues you about the storyline?
Well, first of all, I would say it's something that is happening currently. It's something we are facing in Nigeria, and someone finally, or a set of people finally showed that highlight of what is really going on in Nigeria. So I think it's a good one. It's really a good one. For years, we've been hearing of it, especially we in Lagos. We just hear, oh, Fulani herdsmen did this, they did that, oh, this is happening. We haven't seen it. So them playing that role out and playing it perfectly, I think is something to commend. Yeah.
Yes, amazing. How about you, AY?
Yeah, I like the angle because it's a topical issue. It's something that is, as Erica mentioned, is ongoing. It has been ongoing for the past, 20 years or more. But Daniel was able to take up this. It took the bull by its horn. Because not too many people want to delve into this kind of topic. It's highly sensitive, but it's also relatable because we have stories, and the news is so loaded with kidnapping, banditry, and all that. So in answering your question, Molara, the storyline, very apt, ongoing at the moment, is really, it's a burning issue, not just in Nigeria, because the world is talking about it. Trump has been talking about it. So it's a very relatable story. Lots of families have been, well, I say lots, but I would say quite a number of families have been directly affected by this.
Right.
So when they watch the movie, they can relate, they can be emotional, they can be empathetic as well. So is it a good story? yes, it's a good story, and kudos to Daniel Etim Efyong, the first debut as a director,
That's
first of its
amazing.
kind. He's a seasoned actor, no capping, but as a director, not the
It's
first,
another ball
and he
game
took
entirely.
like the biggest bone, and all that. But was the story told perfectly?
We will come back
Keep
to
our
that.
fingers crossed. Yeah.
Lovely. So this movie carried a really emotional weight, starting from the bride, after a wedding. What was the highlight for you over there at that point?
Okay, so in fact, when the movie started, the way Daniel Etim was behaving, I was suspecting him. He was quiet, kind of fidgety, I was like, are you sure this guy is not
Doesn't have hands.
The
He's
mastermind.
not the mastermind,
Yeah.
So that was what was on my mind at the beginning of the movie. And then the whole 25 million, when he told his wife
Yeah.
he had 25 million in the account, and his wife was like, how
How?
come? So in my mind I was like, Daniel, you are the one.
Yeah.
You are the mastermind. But as the movie went on,
Yeah.
it took a turn and
Yes,
things changed. So yeah. I think
That was it for you.
that was it for me. That was it for me. For the fact that, I thought I got it,
Yes.
but then
Yes.
it changed. Yeah, that was it for me. That was my
The
own.
plot
That was
twist
the plot twist was,
was
it for me.
really they ruined it for you.
They really ruined it for me.
All right. What was it for you?
For me, regarding the storyline, as you mentioned, the plot
Yeah.
twists, not just that alone. We had so many twists,
Several.
in that script. Also, the part whereby the police had an intel that this is where the bandits are. When they got to the scene, found out that it was a different
Yes, yeah.
kettle of fish as well. Also, the part whereby I did not see them butchering the role that Kunle Remi played.
Yes.
Because that has never been in the conversation.
True.
Even if you're very familiar with kidnappings and all that, in Nigeria, you don't get to hear body mutilation.
They do that.
Well, it's not as
happens.
common as
I've not really.
Yeah, it's not
this
out
is the
there.
first time I'm hearing it. I've not
whereby
really heard about it.
we are actually talking about body mutilation and sale of body parts. We don't really get to hear much of that. We only get to hear of ransom or outright killing. But the twists were well constructed, and I would give it to the writer for being able to stretch that story. It's a straightforward, linear story whereby you get kidnapped, pay ransom, get set free. But the writer was able to branch
Play around it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk about the editing. Was there anything at all you're going to fault on the editing? Maybe they didn't quite, the SFX and
The SFX was
the makeup, the sound, also
I
the music.
For me, I think it was okay.
They didn't really use a particular sound.
Yeah,
Maybe I wasn't paying attention.
no, the sound was not as evident
Prominent.
as
It wasn't prominent
the
like
props
that, yeah.
or the SFX. SFX, we didn't really have much of SFX, the basics, because as we said, it's not a heavily dependent SFX movie. So we had just, of course, you have blood splashes, gunshots, and all that, which is basic for that kind of movie. So, was the editing done well in terms of the color palette? I would say yes. They played with a lot of. Some of the scenes were dark, and they were able to highlight the characters even in that dark scene.
Yes, that's true.
So, which is good. I'll give a thumbs up to the location manager, because he or she chose the right location.
Yeah.
Typical of what their hideout, of where they would
The
have
hideout,
like,
of course, it was assumed it was shot in Ekiti State. I'm not sure whether that, even though
the main
in the story
location.
it's in Ekiti State, but I'm not sure if they actually shot in Ekiti State. However, did you use the right hideout, the right suburb, community? Yes, they did. So I would say kudos to the props sets guys, the art director as a whole. He was able to galvanize his resources.
Anyway, thank you, Ayo. This is mostly one of the most exciting part for me in movies: character depiction. The part of the wife and the friend of Remy. If you were in the situation of, or if you were in shoes of Daniel, would you have done what they asked you to do? to mutilate your friend in front of his wife. I mean, at some point the wife wanted to get upset with him, but he couldn't. She couldn't, because I think like she understood the situation. But if it was you, let's bring it home now, because we want it to be as relatable as possible, and that is what is currently happening. Would you have done that, or what would you have done differently?
If I was in
Daniel,
I would have done the same thing. I want to stay alive.
Yeah, sure.
I have 2 kids at home. My
And
wife
your
is
suffering
going
cancer.
through a health crisis.
Yeah.
And you, please,
By all
please.
means.
Would you hire?
I don't have any other choice.
I would swing Erica's way.
Oh my God!
No, we're talking about someone who you respect and love, but his history. I'm still present and I have a future. So probably you just want to take what is real, or what is still alive, as opposed to what is not.
And even another thing is, what if the roles were switched? It was Kule in place
Remi,
of,
you would have done
we
same
would have done the
thing.
same thing. So
Okay, now I want us to talk about the way you as a viewer now, the way you see this movie. Some persons rather have been coming to say, why would you put these people in particular light? Why would you put, they are not that person? Do you think as human beings that have compassionate soul and mind, should we be maybe keep putting in words for terrorists? Should we be excusing their excesses?
definitely not. So I want to say something. Back in the days in
Yeah.
Hollywood, when you hear Igbo movies, sacrifice,
Yeah, true.
sacrifice. I have never seen any Igbo person come out to say, "Oh, why are you painting us in this light?" It's a movie. But this one is something that is currently happening. You have terrorists. They are in the north. They are Fulanis. Are we going to change the fact that they are Fulanis?
No.
The fact still remains. They are Fulanis, and this is what they are doing. If it was Yoruba people that were killing, we will say Yoruba people that were killing. In fact, in the movie, the people that bought the dead bodies, they were Yorubas.
West, yeah.
Okay, now the Igbos in the movie. Now, because your son's wife is an Osu, they claim. That's why you don't want them together. Did anybody come out to say anything about that? So
No.
I don't think it should be about
Debate.
no tribe is
Sentimental.
there's nothing. There shouldn't be any sentiment. No tribe is perfect. There will always be bad eggs. So if amongst the Northerners the Fulanis are the bad eggs, so be it.
All right, give me your thoughts on Mama, one of the
Iya
Rainbow's role. Would you have expected that she would actually be part of those seen? I mean, giving heads up to the terrorists as a mother that she is.
Well, I don't want
She was with the kids,
No, well, let's scratch out the mother figure.
Okay.
Blah, blah. She's an accomplice. So whether she's a mother, grandmother, great grandmother, she's an accomplice to the terrorists. So let's just establish that.
All right.
Okay, so but in line with what Erica
said.
mentioned, this movie is not trying to sectionalize crime
Region.
or ethnicize crime. We have northern terrorists. We also have what's happening currently even in the east as well. I don't want to mention that group. I don't want to give them publicity.
Yes, of course.
But they're also ravaging the east as well. So anybody can be a criminal.
Yes.
Whether you're from the north, south, east, or west.
middle belt.
But let's look at the germane issue, which is kidnapping, the rise of kidnapping and banditry in Nigeria and even across Africa. Did this movie, highlight the criminality and also provide solution? Because one thing we are so quick to talk about is the crime rate and all that. But are we also looking at how this can be solved? What's the government's role? What's the religious body's role and all that?
Yeah.
And Daniel, or the writer, well, I'm giving kudos to Daniel because this is a project,
director,
was able to paint the Nigerian police force in a good light.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the police were able to
sway in
apprehend.
and yes.
Even though we didn't see clearly if it's just that sect that abducted Kuleremi
and the
all
rest
that,
of them,
that were abducted, or the entire cartel. Because beyond the sect that conducted the kidnapping,
there are more.
we had a cartel. And all that. We didn't really see that, which for me is like a bleep or like a drop in that movie.
Okay.
But the police were able to, at the end of the day, rise above the storm, save as many people that could be saved, and of course, restored peace, relative peace. So I believe that, regardless of what people are saying, any good project or bad project will come under criticism. Will come under review. We are here to criticize. So I believe that it's not a bad outing.
Yeah. Speaking of feedbacks and loopholes, what scene would you say didn't cut it for you?
Quite a number of scenes. But let Erica go first.
Okay. I can see that she can't wait.
So the part where the kidnappers called Adama to bring the money to Kogi State, and she went to Kogi State. So when Daniel and is it Genova,
baby,
Genoveva, when they escaped, and Daniel got to the highway, and then took the corn seller's phone and said, "Come, call the Ekiti police. Call the Ekiti." So you understand what I'm trying to say? You guys are supposed to be in Kogi, so why are you calling Ekiti police again? And like the time, you understand? If we're being real, what's the time? What's the time frame? Because I think that was like a loophole for me.
And even them meeting with the Etim's wife couldn't have been a coincidence. It was too sharp. A bush. They didn't have tracker to knew where she was or anything. So how did they even locate Etim and Genoveva?
Well, that's for the director or the writer.
I don't know. They weren't with any gadget, any device or anything.
That's why we're saying that when you're writing the script, we all know this is a fictional story. But it's it's reality
movie,
because those characters are fictional and the story itself is fictional, but the theme is what's ongoing.
Yes.
So as a writer, understand that you're not writing this movie for yourself to consume. You will have everybody, the good, bad, and ugly watching the movie, and they'll talk about it. First off, the role played by Daniel, I think it's Gozi, that's his character.
Yeah, Gozi.
Okay, you took 25 million from your company.
A friend's company.
And the friend did not discover that financial infraction or crime until days after.
I think they are both signature to their account because he said, why would he steal from himself?
He's from himself. I think they were partners.
Yeah,
Great stuff, but
still,
if 500 naira leaves my account,
you would know.
At least I'll know.
Like now.
I would know too.
You get a prompt. You get of course.
So
your banker that will even call you that. 25 million have been.
So how often do you check your bank statement?
So that's
and everything?
another bleep.
Yeah.
Another one. Your son. I'm talking about
the parent of
Gozi's parents. That's played by what's
Doyle,
Patrick Doyle
and
Tina. Shout out to you, Mama. She killed that role.
Yes,
she did.
Yeah, your son. I believe the only son.
Yeah.
Is in danger, and you're negotiating with his wife that you did not like, that has 2 children for you, that she should relinquish that marriage in order to save your son.
Does that even make any sense
at all?
We all know
that was the part where I got angry.
I was like, come on. We all know that the male child to every Igbo man
is like
number 1.
So that one too.
You are negotiating your son's life.
I couldn't relate.
Come on.
So we can go on and on and on and on. But I also want to cut the writer some slack because it's a story anyways. Everything cannot be perfect. Do you get what I'm saying? So but that's all I can say.
What kind of parents do we even have these days that would
diverse parents? Well, I don't want to go to parenthood and the shenanigans that go with parenthood, but we have crazy.
But they don't look like cruel parents. They don't look like parents that would actually be cruel. If not that what they took out from their mouth, I was quite,
So I also want to the banking industry too. Yes. The part where she went to the bank and requested for 25 million, showing the manager marriage certificate, pictures, and she's clearly stated, my husband has been kidnapped. And you're saying there's nothing you can do about it. And she said, and the manager asked her, police report? Police report? And she's like, if I bring a police report, would you give me the money? And
looking at banking protocol.
What I want to say about this,
look at this. The reason for getting this loan or getting this money, access to this money, is to aid and abet crime.
Okay, accepted. So
But
what I want to
she
say
said
is this.
any other
So
choice.
the bank would not want to be in that.
Okay,
mood.
so now what I want to say is this.
It's their
So this is
money.
the reality.
No.
So let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to the reality.
Yeah.
This is what is currently happening now in
yeah.
Nigeria. So I think
Policies
the
and
banking
all.
industry need to take a look at their policies, because
Yes.
when you watch American movies, they put trackers. They would
Yeah.
give you that money, but they
Yes.
will put trackers on
Exactly.
something.
Intelligence.
We'll get there.
now.
Like, you
Come
know,
on.
so I
We'll
think
get
it's something
there
that the
as a
banking
country.
industry should
Do
also
you know
look at, because
anything
if it
could have
was
been-
me,
Anything
if it was
could have
me,
happened if that money wasn't released. Let's say that she didn't later have to go to the parent, the husband's parent, and she wasn't able to provide that ransom.
and the boy died.
So you are telling me that I believe that there can't be exceptions. You don't. Laws aren't written just on stones.
Like sacrosanct that
Yes.
cannot be broken. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
They
as
can.
you said,
they can be
you know,
revised. They can be reviewed.
bank differs. We don't know the kind of bank she went to and all.
That's
that
what
kind
they
of
do.
thing.
Just like Erica said,
It's what they do.
It's
what
just
it-
their
it's-
T and
it's-
C,
it's
but
just- that's
it
what they
needs to be
do.
reviewed. Actually,
So this is like a call for the banking industry to
yes,
also review their policies
Exactly.
in extreme cases like
yes,
this.
this is about threat to life and death, and somebody's losing his life in a sport, and you're saying that there's nothing you can do about it. First off,
No, she did not say there's nothing she can
She
do.
said there was nothing she
that
could
was
do.
what she
Provide
said.
the police report.
She said there was
even
nothing
after
she
the
could do
police
about
report,
it. So
She was not guaranteeing.
what the only con, be pro or con that was there was the loan. They could give her a loan, but it would take
time process.
few days.
Understandably so. This
Yeah.
is the loan we're
Yeah.
talking about. How do you repay me? They're in for business. The banking sector is not a charity
Which
organization.
do you think
it's
is better?
a business.
Giving the person out
entity.
his money or
No, she was asking for 25 million, but
He
she
had the
needed.
25
No, she
million.
even said she could reduce it now. She dropped the
No,
amount.
she was asking for the ransom is 50 million, right?
Uh-huh.
So she actually needed 50 million. Do you get what I'm saying? The man's money is 25 million, right? Okay, and she also wanted 25 million as well. So I cannot give you money because
in distress
I'm
or
a
what.
businessman.
Yes,
I
know.
empathize with you, which that she played that role. The banker played that role well. She was
Well,
not.
yes.
She was not
Yes.
brash. She
And-
was not insensitive.
Yes,
But she couldn't just go out of the line when it comes to banking protocol because
Yes, I
she
get
has. This is what we call the T's and C's
C's.
apply.
Yes.
You can't just give you a loan because you are sick or you are feverish. There must be evidence.
I know,
Yeah.
right? But what I'm saying is,
But we are
that
talking about the banking sector. I'm
they could
eager.
have-
I'm eager to talk about the performances of the actors.
honestly, I'm just like something needs to be
we
done.
can't
Something
resolve
that-
this
yeah,
right
something
here.
actually
No,
needs to be
but
done.
we are mouthpiece to a lot of people that may have been in this kind of situation that don't even know what to do or how to go about it, and that's why
I think
we're
we've
here.
passed the message. So
Anyways, I think we would like to dive into the character, the standout character. Who is the standout? Who is the standout character for you?
Anas,
Why?
he played his role so as in, I didn't know it was a movie, I would have said this guy is a real terrorist. He's a Fulani. He
Really?
delivered excellent. In
Excellently.
fact, he did so well. He did so well. He killed his
How
role.
about you, Why?
I would say a bunch of them. First off, shout out to, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. These two guys have been very, very, how will I put it right now? Very involved in cinema movies in 2025. Deyemi Okonlawo and Kunle Remi. Those two, I don't know, but I don't know why producers are going for them. But they've been in virtually all movies that are really blockbusters in 2025. So shout out to both of you. Standout actors, I'll give it to Genoveva.
Yeah, she
was
did
able
so
to
well.
emote that role.
Yes.
Trauma,
Yes.
depression, disastrous, depressed, sad. She was able to emote it from start to finish. I'll give a thumbs up to the Genoveva. Daniel was, for me, usual
Okay,
Daniel.
yeah.
I also want to give shout out to Tunamba.
Okay.
She didn't really play a big
Much,
role
yeah.
and all that, but she was able to do justice to the role she played. Also, shout out to Daniel also for galvanizing the Kannywood and the Nollywood and the Yollywood. You know,
Infusing them together, the
it
infusion
was able
of all
to
the
Yeah.
it was able
All the
to
woods.
galvanize
all the woods in
the
Nigeria
creme de
came
la
together.
creme when it comes to the north
Yeah.
and the industry in the
Yeah,
north, and
yeah.
also, of course, Latif was there, Messi
yes,
was there, from the East as well. Tinamba, Linda was also great, in a role. Linda Ejiofor Suleiman as well. She also did quite well.
Yeah, she did. She did.
She was able to
yes,
emote.
yes.
Yeah.
No, the characters that had to do with real emotions. Linda's character, Genevieve's character,
yeah.
Daniel's character as
Yeah.
well. Even
And like the wife too.
I'm trying to remember the name of the lady who played
the wife.
accomplice to the leader of the gang.
I don't know her. I don't know her name.
She killed that role as well.
She also did very well too.
She was insensitive at some point. Like she'll look at you like anytime she looks at the
Why do I feel like she had known
the captive?
I'll
be so
Genevieve
scared
before. You know,
No, it wasn't that she knew. She was
Shh.
just. It was just the woman in her.
Yeah.
Really?
Imagine getting married that day and you've not even. It's not
Spent
up to
your
2 hours,
hours,
and then
yeah.
they killed your husband.
because when she called her name at some point. I don't know how they got to know her name.
That scene for me is the best scene. The scene you're talking
Yes.
about, whereby the police was trying to get, or she was
Yes,
trying to get the name,
And they
of
mentioned the same
young
name.
guy.
They
How did
mentioned
that
the same
happen?
name.
That scene,
Really?
pulled something. I was
Oh
like,
my
Sako.
days.
this scene, this writer, man, because I
Tough cap.
I was shaking on my
Really?
seat. I hope this
Because
this
that
man
was the
doesn't
I'm
boost.
telling you,
Yes,
and it's like
her life
Sako.
was dependent on that answer.
What made me
You
feel
could-
that
yeah.
scene is because of the emotion or the
Yes,
emoting
yes.
capabilities of that lady.
Yes, and
the policeman too.
Yeah.
Yes,
It was what
yes.
They did
You know,
really
they
well.
went off, came back
was,
again.
it was great.
I
It
was
great.
actually thinking he was going to guess the other name correct. I would have said no. This
It
is
was-
bluff.
it was
No,
massive. No,
this
shout
was
out.
bluff.
Telling you.
That first name that
Just
he
the
couldn't-
first day was okay.
Yes, yes. There were also hilarious parts too in the movie.
Yeah, true.
The Abdul Latif
Yeah.
when they were about torturing him and he was cutting by. Come
And he
on!
was laughing. I'm like, God, why?
Do you even do that in face of threats? How do you do that? Anyway, I think this is the most waiting part
Yeah.
of
Much
the
awaited
whole-
part, yeah.
Yes, of the whole gathering and why we're seated here today is going further into if it's going to be a roast or a toast. Who should I go to first?
Erica is first now. She's the first timer on the show, so let her go first.
Okay, so I'll say it's a toast for me, and like I said before, it's highlighting the current crisis we're facing in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good movie. It's a good movie for us
So
to
it's a
reflect
toast.
on. It's a
Character
toast.
depiction. It cuts across
Everything
everything you saw in the movie.
So I know that they had one or two flaws here and there,
Yeah.
but then I can give it like a solid 8/10.
Oh, lovely.
I can give it a
love
solid,
that,
I think solid 8/10.
Yeah, that's accurate. Thank you.
That's excellent, actually.
Yeah, I love that. It comes with a number.
Coming from America.
Yes.
Wow, that's good.
Oh yeah, now okay. Let's have it from you.
Let's have it. All right, film me well. All right, so I would say the reason, I'll give you the reasons,
Okay.
then I'll tell you my verdict.
Put a figure to it, please.
Okay, figure. Okay, for me, reasons. One, moving from the cinemas to Netflix. For Netflix to license that movie clearly shows that movie interests them or interests them
True.
or was interesting to them,
Yeah.
and they were able to put some money on the table for that movie. Because remember, the movie, that same movie
Cinema.
was at the cinemas, but of course made its way to Netflix. So that's check. Secondly, the choice of actors or the casting itself.
It was deliberate.
Good selection. All the top actors are, or the main characters were handled by top
Veteran,
actors. You know, was able to give the up and coming beat part role.
Yes,
he did. So was able to merge both the professionals or the experienced
Ace actors.
and the, of course, the up and
Up and
coming.
coming.
Yeah, so good selection. The cinematography, I won't say it's great. I won't say it's
It
great.
was just there.
No, it was just
That's why I
there.
didn't ask.
Just there. Let's just be candid.
Yes.
But also the theme of the movie, quite apt, relatable, as Erica said, is happening. So it's a good time to talk about it.
Yes.
While the bloopers or the errors or the loose ends, you know, what happened to Adedimeji's character? What happened to the cartel, as I mentioned? Were they apprehended? What happened to the 25 million naira that was stolen.
Are you sure they won't do a sequel to this? Because
we don't need a sequel, please. We don't need.
We
don't really get it right when it comes to sequel.
Yes. So let it rest.
Let's
let it rest.
So now, I would say it's a toast. I won't give it an 8/10. I won't be as magnanimous. Okay. I'll give it like a 6.5.
Okay.
Wow.
But above average. It's a good movie that we can always reference that, okay, this was happening and this is how the government solved the problem.
Lovely. Anyway, personally, I would say that it's also a toast. I love the character depiction, the storyline, the location, the emotions. I cried. I shed tears like twice. In fact, at some point I couldn't see all of the movies at once. I had to pause and then resumed 3 times.
Wow.
At some point I couldn't even eat while watching them because I was so scared and very
the food was not sweet. You didn't put uto. Uto was missing in your food.
Maybe that's
you are going to store your food. You would have licked it.
So it was all wave of emotions. I was happy a bit, but more of sadness because in fact our heart goes to those kids that were kidnapped in school in Niger. And we are
Nigerian,
Kebbi and
Kwara.
We're solidly, in fact they've released that of Kwara. We're solidly in support, and we hope that our president intensifies effort to hate this and put these people to book, actually, to apprehend them and call them to order. So thank you so much. Big shout out to Uto Spices, our headline sponsor. Get them on Pali Shop. Every spices, every flavors, you get them. And it's a goodbye from us. Thank you so much, Ayo. Thank you. Erica. And thank you to me too. And to the crew.
Thank
you for having me.
You're welcome. It's been so lovely to have everyone on the show. Big shout out to the crew. We love you. Stay tuned till next time. Don't go nowhere.